Welcome to another episode of How To Guy. In today's episode we look at the Fimi Palm 2 versus the Pocket 2. Which one should you buy?
What's up YouTube? So I'm actually testing the DJI Pocket 2 and the Fimi Palm 2 today. The Fimi Palm's got a new firmware update. I got that in my bag. Why do I smell marijuana? Damn kids. So this is the DJI Pocket 2. How does it look? I'm using ND8 polarized filter, so it's going to be a little bit more contrasty. I got the How To Guy t-shirt on. Thanks Dana for making these t-shirts. This is the end of the road. Better go back the other way. So the RODE Wireless GO is a pretty good external microphone system. So I'd like to test out if the Fimi Palm with the new firmware, using the low and the high, I think they've got a low sound and a high sound. And I also saw there's a noise reduction. So let's test that out and actually see if they can get pretty good sound out of the Fimi Palm 2. So this is the Fimi Palm set to high volume and the RODE Wireless GO set to low. I think it's too high, it starts clipping the volume. So I'm going to switch back to the low volume on the Fimi Palm 2. And this is back to the low volume with the RODE set to low and the Fimi Palm set to low. This seems to be the best sound option for this particular camera. Okay, I just enabled denoise. Is this any better? Denoise on the Fimi Palm. Is this actually working any better? There's a lot of crickets and crazy bird sounds over there. Is it working out some of the stuff? Maybe it's really good. Maybe the sound is good. I've got the RODE set to low and the Fimi Palm set to low and denoise is on. This is back to denoise off, set off. Also, let's compare the 14mm wide-angle lens of the Fimi Palm 128-degree field of view to the Pocket 2 with the wide-angle adapter, which is 15mm. Should be kind of a fair comparison for field of view. This is the DJI Pocket 2 on that side. How does it sound? Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm using the external microphone for the DJI Pocket 2. Let's switch to the Fimi Palm 2 with the RODE Wireless GO with the volume levels, as I said before, set to low, and the RODE Wireless GO set to low. Are we winning? Is this a fair comparison? Probably not. Their Pocket 2 is a much better camera actually, and you know, it should look better. We're going into some low light at the moment. Which one handles better? They both suck. Okay, the Pocket 2 seem to have exposed a little bit better there quicker, but the Fimi Palm looks okay. It's 14mm on the Fimi Palm 2 versus 15mm on the Pocket 2. With some bright sunlight blinding me and I have no ND filters. I do have the wide angle lens on the DJI Pocket 2. That's why I said it's a 15mm at the moment, which is kind of wide. I'm on a very small selfie stick at the moment, so this is, whoa, there's a bird coming. And this is the newest firmware on the Fimi Palm 2. This is the 129, 1.29 or something. I'll put it on the screen. I can never remember the names of the firmware. Okay, active track test with the DJI Pocket 2 and the Fimi Palm 2. I already know who's going to win this, but you know, I'm giving DJI hopefully a chance here. DJI, I know you're going to lose me in those trees with the contrast. I know the Fimi Palm's going to track me better. Why even do the test? Well, someone might want to watch this. And as expected, DJI. DJI, if you're watching this, oh, you picked me up again. Okay. I was going to say something horrible. Okay, DJI, it's keeping up. It's got, you know, fast follow on at the moment, so it seems to be doing a bit better with the newer firmware. I was going to say something bad, but Smart Track on the Fimi Palm 2 always does a good job. And DJI, will you keep up? Yes, you will. You're doing pretty well, I must say. I'm pretty impressed with that. What about going down? There we go. You're both doing pretty well. Well done to both of you. It's amateur hour, but still, you guys are doing okay. Now the real test. Will you go all the way? Yes, you will. Will the Fimi Palm get confused by another gimbal in its view? Wow, impressive. Fimi Palm 2, very impressive. That was pretty good. Oh, did the DJI Pocket 2, is it still going to pick me up again? Is it lost me finally? No, it does pick you up. So the smart tracking is better on the Fimi Palm 2, although you can't track objects with the app. The Pocket 2, the tracking's gotten a lot better since the latest firmware update. I'll put it on the screen which firmware update I'm using. Seems a lot better. Well done, DJI, and I think the Fimi Palm 2 won that. But the DJI Pocket got close. Does the Fimi Palm 2 joystick still do that clicky noise, which is super annoying? I don't think it does it anymore, but let's test it out anyway. So if you just heard that clicking noise, that's the noise from the internal microphones picking up the clicking. You can get rid of it if you use an external microphone, so it's not such a big deal. In the previous version of the firmware, if you were in Superfine, you actually couldn't record for more than like 10 seconds. Well, that's been my experience anyway. And I noted that if you put it in Fine, it'll actually work and you can actually carry on recording after that. But they seem to have resolved that in the 1129 version. So let's test that out. Is it any better? So technically Superfine should just use a higher bitrate when it's recording. So let's test out the difference between those two. So this is a video of Fine and it's switched to Superfine, and I'm not really sure if I can tell any difference between the two. If we zoom in slightly and punch into these two videos, can you actually tell the difference between Fine and Superfine? Maybe subtly, I don't know. Somebody asked me if there's any crop on the actual 4K or the 1080p, so I think we should just test that. I don't think there is a crop on the 4K or the 1080p. I think the old Fimi Palm 1 used to do that, but we'll have a test on this quickly. So it's best to use 4K on the Fimi Palm 2 because the 2.7K, as we'll see now, actually crops in quite a lot, which is kind of normal. 1080p actually looks quite bad quality wise compared to that 4K. It must be oversampling or downscaling, I'm not quite sure. That I was looking at my YouTube statistics the other day and I was checking where my subscribers were sort of from and everything, and a lot of them were from the USA, UK, I think Malaysia had quite a few, and well, there were a lot of different countries. And then I started digging in and I saw other channels your subscribers also watch, which was kind of interesting. And then Young 360 was one of the channels, interestingly enough, Young 360, which is obvious because she does a lot of DJI Pocket stuff. Another one was Camera Conspiracies, obviously Casey from Camera Conspiracies. He's got a really funny channel. I always watch him. If you haven't seen him, watch Camera Conspiracies. He's pretty good. Who else was there on the list? I can't remember. Ruse Reviews, he's pretty good. He's got about the same kind of channel size as mine. He does really well. He does a lot of DJI Pocket stuff. Occasionally he does a video. He doesn't do that many videos, but he's pretty good. Oh, one more name on the list, and I actually watched this guy too, was Potato Jet. So people who watch this channel also like Potato Jet, which was kind of interesting. I like Potato Jet too, he's pretty good and he does a pretty good review as well. Send me a few subscribers, Young 360. Get this channel where it deserves to be, Young 360. You owe it to your community, Young. People are going to comment on your next video. Whoa, there's a dangerous bird. People are going to comment on your next video, Young 360, saying, how to guy, he called you out. He said you need to do a shout out. So there we go. Maybe we should do a collab one day. I'll bring the Fimi Palm, you bring the Pocket 2. Subscribe and hit a like. I always forget to ask people to leave a like, but leave a like, it helps the channel apparently. And let me know what you think of these two cameras. Are you still waiting to buy another camera? Which one are you interested in? Is it the Fimi Palm 2? Is it the Pocket 2, which is a lot more expensive, but probably the better camera? See you again next time.